Hi. Welcome to this video. Today I will teach you about data types in Java. You will also learn about implementation of data types. So let's start it. So, what is data type? A data type is an attribute of data, which tells the compiler or interpreter how the programmer intends to use the data. Java is strongly typed language. This means that every variable must have a declared type. There is no concept of typeless variable. In Java, variable is an entity which is used to store the data or information. There are two categories of data type in Java. First is primitive data type, and second is non-primitive data type. In primitive type we have 8 different types of data, which is Boolean, byte, short, int, long, char, double, and float. And in non-primitive type we have string, array, etc. Now in this lecture we will discuss about these 8 primitive types. Boolean represent true or false values. These 4 types are used to store integer value in it. Char is used to store a single character value. Double and float is used to store fraction values or decimal point values. These all types has a specific range of value to store, and also has specific behavior. Now first start with integer types. We have 4 integer types and every type has different storage requirement and different range of values. Int require 4 bytes for storage and has the range from 214,74,83,648 to positive 214,74,83,647. Short takes 2 bytes for storage and has the range from minus 32,768 to positive 37,767. Long takes 8 bytes for storage requirement and has range from minus 9,223,372,336,854,775,808 to positive 9,223,372,336,854,775,807. Byte has 1 byte storage requirement and has range from minus 128 to positive 127. The most commonly used integer type is int. When you need an integer that has a range greater than int, use long. Byte and short types are mainly intended for specialized applications, such as low-level file handling, or for larger arrays when storage space is at a premium. Now we will go to the coding section to understand these 4 types. Here we have simple program of Java. If you want to learn about simple program, then click on the link in the description. Now clear this line. We will start with the int type. Just write int, and then variable name like int value, and then put semicolon at the end, to complete this statement. So here we have a variable to store integer value. Now I will give it a value like 1000. So write the variable name int value, and assignment operator or equal to, and then write the value 1000 to assign it, and at last paste semicolon to complete the statement. You can also assign value to the variable, here. Now clear this line. And write here the value with the assignment operator. If you want to run this variable, write out here to generate system.out.println. Put double quotation to write comment. The value of int is, and then write the variable name, along with plus sign here to execute it. You can't execute these without plus sign. Now run this program. As you can see, we have the value 1000 for the variable int value, so now I'm gonna generate variables for remaining 3 types. And I will show you the minimum and maximum range for these types. Write int max value equal to integer with capital I dot max slash value. Put semicolon. Now for the minimum range of int type, write int min value equal to integer with capital I dot minimum slash value and put semicolon. Now copy these two lines and paste here to generate variables for short type. Change the name of the types to short. Also change the variable name to short min value. Also change this name to short. Remember, short and byte used for specialized application where you have low space. Now again paste more two line to generate variables for long type. Change the type name to long at both side. Also change the variable name. Now generate the last type. Copy it again and paste it. Change the name of type and variable to generate the minimum and maximum value for the byte type. In these data types, byte is the data type which have very low range of values. To execute these lines, write system output statement for every line. So write s out. Put double quotes and write, the maximum value of int is. Put plus sign and then the name of the variable which is int max value. Now copy this line and paste it here. Change maximum to minimum. And change the name of variable to int min value. These two lines will generate minimum and maximum value of type int. Now copy these two lines and paste it 3 times to generate the output for remaining types. Make some changes to these lines. Write in these two lines short instead of int, and also change the name of the variables. These two lines will generate minimum and maximum value of type short. Put long instead of int in these two lines, and also change the name of the variables. These two lines will generate minimum and maximum value of type long. Now at the end put byte instead of int in these two lines, and change the variable's name. This work is little bit time consuming. You can also perform this work with word replacing technique. These two lines will generate minimum and maximum value of type byte. Now run this code. So you can see that we have the minimum and maximum value for every type. Next we have floating point types. So what is floating point types? The floating point types can represent numbers that have fractional components. There are two kinds of floating point types. The one is float, and the other one is double. Here float type require 4 bytes for storage and have this range of numbers for storage. Double takes 8 bytes for storage and it is used for very large fractional number. Number of type float have a suffix of capital F or small f. Floating point number without a suffix are always considered to be of type double. It means if you want to store a fractional number in float type, then you must have to put a capital F or small f at the end of that fractional number. Like this. Type double also have suffix of capital D or small d. But it is optional. Now we will go to the coding zone to understand these two types through coding. Here I am gonna generate minimum and maximum value for these two types. So here we should have 2 variables for maximum value and 2 variables for minimum value for these types. I'm gonna create 2 variable for float type. So write float, and then variable name. I will write float max value equal to float with capital F dot max slash value. Now create second variable of type float. Write float, variable name which is float min value, equal to float with capital F dot min slash value. Now copy these two lines to create two variable for type double, paste here. Now change the name float to double in these two lines. To get the output for these lines you must have output statement. So write s out to generate system.out.println, put double quotes in these two brackets and write text. The maximum value of float is. Put plus sign and this variable name here. Again write s out. Put double quotes here. And write the text. The minimum value of float is. Add plus sign and this variable here to show the minimum value of float type. Now copy these two lines and paste it here. Change the float with double keyword to generate maximum and minimum value of type double. Now run this program to generate the output. So as you can see here we have maximum and minimum value for type float and double. The next thing I want to talk about is Boolean type. A Boolean type represent only true or false values. In Java, values true and false defined by reserved keywords true or false. This type is mainly used in questioning or in condition checking. So now we will go to the coding zone. Here I am gonna create a Boolean variable. So write Boolean. Your age is 18. Equal to true. And put semicolon. Now write run statement for this variable. Write s out, put double quotes to write text. Your age is 18. Plus, variable name, which is your age is 18. Now run this program. So we have the output. True. You can also put false value here. Now if I write false here and run this program. So you can see, now we have the output false. This type is pretty useful and commonly used in Java. The next and the last type we have is Char type. Char type was originally intended to describe individual character. A char occupies 2 bytes of memory or 16-bit. It's not just a single byte. It also used to store Unicode characters. Unicode is an international encoding standard for use with different languages and scripts, by which each letter, digit, or symbol is assigned a unique numeric value that applies across different platforms and programs. In the English alphabet, we have the letters A through Z, meaning only 26 characters are needed in total to represent the entire English alphabet, but other languages need more characters, and often a lot further. Unicode allows us to represent these languages, and the way it works is that by using a combination of the 2 bytes that a char takes up in memory, it can represent one of 65,535 different types of characters. If you go to the browser and write unicode/table.com, you will find the table of all Unicode characters. This is the table for all Unicode characters. Now we will go to our coding zone. I am gonna create a variable of type char. Write char variable, equal to, single quotes, Now here write any single character you want. Write D. If you add more than one character here, then you will got an error. Now if I add D one more time, so you can see I have an error. Too many character in character literal. Now we will write the letter D with Unicode technique. Again go to the Unicode website. Here we have our letter. Now there we have the row number for letter D. And here we have the column number. Now take the number of the row, and skip the digit at the end. And add the column number here. Now go back to the coding zone, because we are putting a Unicode character we need to put backslash with letter U and the 4 digits of letter D, which was 0044. So we are going to print out the value. So write S out. Write the variable name, which is char variable. Now run this program. So here we have the output of letter D. Now we completed our lecture. So if you like this video, click on the like button, and subscribe to this channel for more videos. Thank you.